Hey there, fellow soil stewards. Welcome back to Soil Sensei, where we dig deep into the secrets that make gardens thrive. Today, I'm sharing something that completely changed how I approach my garden beds, and I know it's going to revolutionize yours too. Picture this. You're standing in your garden watching your tomatoes struggle with pests while your basil sits lonely in the corner. What if I told you that these two plants could be best friends, working together to create a healthier, more productive garden? That's the magic of companion planting, and trust me, once you start thinking like nature intended, with plants supporting each other, you'll never go back to random planting again. Before we dive into those game-changing combinations, let me share why companion planting isn't just garden folklore. It's solid science. Plants have been forming beneficial relationships for millions of years, and when we tap into these natural partnerships, we're essentially letting our gardens manage themselves. Some plants repel pests that would otherwise destroy their neighbors. Others improve soil conditions, fix nitrogen, or provide physical support. The best companions even enhance each other's flavors. Yes, your vegetables can actually taste better when they're planted with the right partners. It's like creating a garden ecosystem where every plant has a job and everyone benefits. Let's start with the combination that indigenous peoples perfected centuries ago, and for good reason. This trio, known as the Three Sisters, is pure garden genius in action. The corn provides a natural trellis for the beans to climb, eliminating your need for expensive supports. But here's where it gets really clever. Those beans are actually feeding the corn by fixing nitrogen in the soil through their root nodules. Meanwhile, the sprawling squash creates a living mulch, suppressing weeds and retaining moisture while its prickly stems deter raccoons and other critters from raiding your corn. When I first tried this combination, I was skeptical about the spacing. Plant your corn in clusters rather than rows, about 12 inches apart. Once the corn is 6 inches tall, plant 2 to 3 bean seeds around each stalk. Finally, plant your squash around the perimeter, giving it plenty of room to spread. The result? A self-sustaining mini ecosystem that produces 3 different crops in the same space most people use for just one. This pairing goes beyond the kitchen, though we all know how incredible they taste together. In the garden, basil acts as a natural pest deterrent, particularly against aphids, hornworms, and whiteflies that love to attack tomatoes. But here's something most gardeners don't realize. Basil actually improves the flavor of tomatoes when planted nearby. Some say it's the aromatic compounds basil releases. Others believe it's subtle changes in soil chemistry. Honestly, I don't care about the exact science. I just know my tomatoes taste noticeably sweeter when basil is their neighbor. Plant basil around the base of your tomato plants, about 6 inches away from the main stem. The basil will appreciate the partial shade from tomato leaves during the hottest part of the day, while your tomatoes get round-the-clock pest protection. As an added bonus, you'll have fresh basil right at your fingertips every time you're harvesting tomatoes. This combination showcases one of my favorite aspects of companion planting, how plants can protect each other in ways we can't even see. Chives repel carrot rust flies, those tiny pests whose larvae tunnel through carrot roots, creating those frustrating brown trails that ruin your harvest. The relationship works both ways too. Carrots help break up compacted soil with their deep tap roots, creating better growing conditions for the shallow-rooted chives. Plus, chives are perennial, so once established, they'll provide protection year after year while your carrots come and go with the seasons. Interplant chives throughout your carrot bed rather than clustering them together. I like to plant a small clump of chives every 18 inches or so. The wispy texture of chives creates a beautiful contrast with carrot foliage, making your vegetable garden look intentionally designed rather than purely functional. Here's a pairing that, honestly, solves one of the biggest challenges for summer lettuce growers. Lettuce bolts really quickly in hot weather, but plant it alongside tall flowers like sunflowers, cosmos, or even tall nasturtiums, and you create the perfect microclimate for extended harvests. The flowers provide afternoon shade that keeps lettuce cool and prevents those bitter leaves, while the lettuce acts as a living mulch, conserving moisture around the flower roots. This is especially valuable for sunflowers, which, as you might know, are notoriously thirsty plants. I plant my lettuce on the east side of tall flowers so it gets that gentle morning sun but afternoon protection. This simple arrangement has actually extended my lettuce season by almost 2 months in my Zone 7 garden. Plus, the combination is absolutely stunning. Just imagine harvesting your salad ingredients surrounded by towering sunflowers or cheerful cosmos. If you only remember one companion planting tip from this entire article, make it this one. Marigolds are the Swiss Army knife of companion planting. These cheerful flowers don't just look good, they're working overtime to protect your entire garden. Marigolds release compounds through their roots that suppress harmful nematodes in the soil. Their strong scent confuses and repels aphids, whiteflies, and even larger pests like rabbits. Some varieties can even help with fungal diseases by improving air circulation and adding beneficial compounds to the soil as they decompose. The key is choosing the right marigolds. French marigolds are your best bet for nematode control, while African marigolds are better for above-ground pest deterrence. I plant them throughout my garden beds, not just around the edges. They're particularly valuable near plants that commonly suffer from pest pressure. Think cabbage family crops, peppers, and eggplants. The beauty of companion planting is that you don't need to redesign your entire garden to see benefits. Start with just 1 or 2 combinations that address your biggest challenges. If aphids are your nemesis, focus on aromatic herb companions. If your soil is compacted, prioritize deep-rooted partners for your shallow-rooted crops. Keep notes on what works in your specific conditions. While these combinations are tried and true, every garden is unique. Your soil, climate, and local pest pressure might make some partnerships more valuable than others. Remember, companion planting isn't about cramming more plants into less space, it's about creating beneficial relationships. Give your plants adequate room to thrive, but let them work together rather than in isolation. Your garden is already full of potential partnerships waiting to be discovered. These 5 combinations are just the beginning of a more harmonious, productive growing experience that works with nature instead of against it. Ready to transform your garden into a thriving ecosystem? Try one of these powerful combinations this season and let me know how it goes in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sensei for more garden wisdom that actually works. And share this with a fellow gardener who's ready to unlock the secrets of companion planting. Happy growing!